Hi everyone, thank you for being here. My name is Laurent Descou. I'm the co-founder of getneo.com. I'm here today with Emmanuel, who is the Chief Product Officer, who's running the demo in the back end. Very proud to be here to showcase the Neo FX Hub. Mostly what we develop are solutions to help corporate treasury teams designing, managing their FX risk in a general way. If you need to remember three things today about Neo is the following. What we develop is around three things. Giving you market information in real time, whether it is FX rate streams, charts, and alerts, without having to install very expensive market terminals. Giving you the ability to design and execute hedging programs in cost and efficient way, always in a very simple mode. Manage your post-execution. That means handling your trades from booking to settlement straight through the platform without having the need to connect to various suppliers, vendors, or ecosystems. Anything that we do is 100% software as a service, nothing to install, nothing to manage, no updates. Once you're clients of Neo, all the innovation is constantly pushed into your dashboards. We are the first fintech in Europe that brings liquidity in. That means you can trade through the platform with your current liquidity providers, but we're regulated as a FX derivative dealer company, so we can also supply liquidity. That means when you start with Neo, you can deal from day one. Our platform is multi-asset. You can trade through the platform any type of FX needs that you have, from spot FX, deliverable forwards, NDF, swaps, and options. We're potentially a fully automated player, and although today we're going to show you what you have on the GUI, the entire technology is reachable via API. That means any action that you do at Neo, you can automate it using our API documentation. And we're regulated for FX derivative, which is a point I've already mentioned, but that's also makes a difference. That means not only we help you decide smart, but we help you do what you have to do. So let's move into the demo. So here is a snapshot of what Neo is about. This is your dashboard. This is mostly from where you're going to manage your currency exposure on a regular basis. You can see up there a pie chart that summarizes your currency holdings that you're having in the different currencies that you're dealing with. You can click on each of the currencies so that you have the detail between all your currency accounts. On that part of the screens, you're having a table that you can fully customize that gives you an overview of the key FX rates that you are monitoring from spot to 1 year onwards. This pie chart is the collateral that you're holding with the system so that you can place operation based on that amount. We also offers you a snapshot on the FX swap rates so that you can structure and make some currency deposits at the rates that we're showing there. Here are a certain set of widgets that helps you monitoring very visually, very quickly, all of the trades that are open in the platform, all of the cash movement that are impacting your wallets, and all the scheduled payments that you have in the pipe. Down there, you have some more analytics widget that helps you monitor the market on a per minute, per second, or having historical charts. What's very important about this widget story is that this is fully customizable. Neo is about team working, and it's so that you can organize your dashboard the way you want, and every user in your organization can do the same. And there in that widget, you have a branch library of new things that we push into the ecosystem every 2 weeks, every month. You have nothing to install. As soon as something new appears, you can have it there and test it. Now we'll go to the wallets. So wallets is probably more what you would be using called as accounts. We let you open multi-currency accounts in roughly 30 currencies. You can subdivide each of your currency holdings into virtual wallets that helps you divide them depending on whatever suppliers or business line or business unit. Each time you have a summary of the wallets, you have a snapshot on the latest transactions, and clicking on the ledger up there, once the loading time is down, you'll have a full view on each of the movements that have impacted your wallets. This is a critical, unlike any type of banks where you just see a limited number of data, any single data that we get into the payment system is reflected there. Those dashboards are workable. That means you can sort, you can filter, you can rearrange the column the way you want. You can go from a very complex view of probably 80 fields to maybe having only a very limited number of fields that you want to see. You can select and deselect, and you can save your favorite view. Every user can do that. You as a user, you can have 5 views if you perform 5 different tasks during the day, and every user in your organization can have the view that really corresponds to what he has to do. That makes the teamwork extremely easier when you have to work in decentralized treasury teams. You can then, of course, extract it. You can work straight away from the tables, but you can extract in a CSV. You can also extract in a CSV that is ERP compatible, Sage, SAP. And the system allows you to make a mapping. So if you have a customized set of imports that you can do in your system, we can totally accommodate for it. One of the nice things about those things is not so much what you see today, but using the API, you can put some rules on those wallets. That means you can trigger automatically some actions every time a wallet reaches a certain balance, every time that a currency wallet reaches a certain FX rate, every time that a calendar date has happened and you want a certain set of actions to take place. So that's really transforming the account into a smart body that you can program, leaving you the time to dedicate to value-added tasking. Now we're going to see the trading part of it. So this is the GUI approach. Very simple, very easy. You just pick up the currencies you want to buy and sell. You just introduce the amount. That starts taking live. Then you can decide the settlement instruction around it, where you're going to send money from, where you want to pay it to. And then on that side, you have a very simple summary explaining with words and graph the operation you're undertaking. That is not booked yet. Before booking, you see the entire cost associated to the operation you're intending. Then you just click the blue button and your trade is booked. You can then monitor it in your trade blotter, which is the same type of table as what we've seen before, but that is going to summarize all the trades you have with us in the platform. This is no limit of history. You have all the trades you've been performing for months and even for years. Again, we push into that all the market trading data that we get when you book the trades. Of course, what you bought, what you sold, the mark-to-market, this is the swap, so it's empty, but I would show all the swap legs, the commissions attached to it, the all-in rate if you need it for reporting, the last fixing rate, mark-to-market, the name of the operator that booked the operation for further audit trail. That's nice, but that's booking a trade one by one. We can also have the ability to make multi-trade booking. That's basically you preparing on an Excel or from your system, a file where we're going to buy now 13 vanilla call options. This file is prepared before, you just drag and drop it. That's going to load those 13 options into the system, checking that the file is correct. No. So file is correct. Now you have your 13 options loaded into the system. You can review them, making sure that the entire data are correct. Here we have a hedging program for an entire year, 1 option per month with settlement probably on the 15th of the month. And you're intending to buy $1.5 million US versus euros. Once you review your program, you can close trades one by one, or you can close the entire batch. And that's it. You press and it's done. And in less than probably 2 minutes, you've closed 13 options. And your hedging program is done for the entire year. You can then after monitor it using the blotters that we've seen. This works exactly the same for all the assets on the platform: spots, forwards, NDF, swaps. You can multi-book. Using the API, you can go way further. You can put some scenarios. You can decide to trade if a certain level of rate is reached, if a certain balance is reached, if whatever scenario is obtained. That allows you virtually to automate your entire trading story, no more or way less manual manipulations, and full audit trail of actions. User management. So Neo is not only about having someone with one license being able to work on that, but with Neo, you have unlimited number of users. So if your treasury team is composed of 30%, you can, first of all, create roles in your organization. So the role of an accountant, the role of an option trader, the role of a payment, whatever makes sense. And then you decide for each of those roles what they're allowed to do on the menu that you have on the left-hand side. Once the roles are created, we can create users. And there again, all the people working in your department, and you just decide who is entitled to do what role. Can they view? Can they close? Can they book? It's extremely easy to add a new user, to suspend a user, or to delete a user. That means no more phantom treasurer, people having left the organization, but still they're sort of being live in the system. That allows us to make a full tracking of actions. We know at every time who is doing what in the organization. There is a full audit trail that you can download, and you can get some reporting at the decision maker level if you have some control requirement. One last very important fact about Neo, it's a multi-company or multi-entity platform. You can run from there your entire corporations, head of treasury, subsidiaries. You just switch from one to the other, and you can, of course, create for each specific organization the users that you need, the roles that you need. They don't have to be copy-paste one of the other. As a conclusion, takeaway for today, with Neo, in roughly 24 hours, with nothing to install, you have a complete market terminal. You can hedge virtually any type of FX risk. You can work very easily in teams. You can automate most of the actions which are manual today. Again, we were talking in the workshop before how corporates can use fintech. It is a pure SaaS service. There's nothing to install, no budget to obtain from the CFOs, I would say, and the saving with the pricing that you get in there is from day one. So absolutely no risk for you to try.